Yes, Jayeshwari is in this group. You have to check the timestamp of day 2. Day 2, I think there is a mistake because Krishna is showing 40 minutes and you are showing 1 hour. So her presentation cannot be that long, 20 minutes. Jayashree, so check and let me know whether the date is proper or not.
Sir, can I start?
Yes, you can start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jatin Varun. Today I am going
to present the satirical nature of social class and the importance of being earnest. Here are my some personal information. It's our content. First of all, we can see about Oscar Wilde. Second, short introduction about play, analysis of social class in the play, social satire in the play, impact of satire on the play's message, and the reference. About Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde was an Irish poet and playwright, known for his wit and satire. He was born at 16 October 1855, Dublin, Ireland. His father, William Wilde, was a surgeon and his mother was a famous Irish poet, and she knows her pen name Speranza. Oscar's elder brother, Will Wilde, was a famous journalist. Oscar married with Constance Leond in 1884. In 1888, he published his first work of prose, The Happy Prince and Oath Tales. Wilde is best known for his play. The first one is An Ideal Husband. It was published in 1895, and second one is The Importance of Being Earnest. It was published in 1895. Wilde died at 13 November 19th century in Paris, France. Some short introduction about the play, The Importance of Being Earnest. The Importance of Being Earnest, a trivial comedy for serious people, is a play by Oscar Wilde. A trivial comedy for serious people is a subtitle of its play. The play was first performed on 14th Feb 1895 at St. James Theatre in London. It's a satire of Victorian social hypocrisy. In a play, Jack Worthy is the main protagonist and he also played a role of Earnest. The theme behind the story is earnestness. The plot of the story runs around the marriage. The essential motivating factor which keeps the story going is marriage. Some major character in the play. Jack Worthy, it's also play a role of Earnest. Elganon, it's also play a role of Bounderby, Lady Bracknell, Gwendoline, and Cecily and Miss Prism. In the end, the characters get what they desire in a social acceptable way. Analysis of social class in the play. We can find out the two type of social class in the play. First one is upper class and second one is lower class. The upper class characters such as Lady Bracknell embody arrogance, superficiality, and read obedience to a social convention. In the lower class, the lower class character like a Miss Prism and Land portrayed as a mere prose, serving as a contrast to the upper class extravagance. Victorian upper class depends its a member to keep up an important image in society and value money and appearance above all the else, including people. In a lower class was a characterized by individual who held working class jobs, often involving manual labor, and had limited access to education and resources. The social satire in the play. The first one is a false identity. The play revolves around the use of false identity with a character adopting the names Earnest. The escape their social obligations. They highlight how easily individuals manipulate their identity, reflecting the superficiality of social class. The second is a marriage as a social currency. Marriage is portrayed as a means of securing or elevating one's social status rather than expression of love. Characters like Gwendoline and Cecily are the fixed on marrying a man named Ernest because of the name social contentions. Gentle hypocrisy. Wilde explores the hypocrisy of upper classes who often pretend to be a moral and right outs while engaging in questionable behavior. Character like a Lady Bracknell embody his hypocrisy with their strict adherence to social norms. The importance of name. The play's title itself a satire. It suggests that a person's name Ernest is more important than their characters. The ridicule, the emphasis placed on external factor like names rather than their true qualities. Superficiality. The character are preoccupied with the trivial conquers such a cucumber sandwich and tea, which symbolize the superficial nature of their lives. This satires the upper class observation with equality and appearance. In the importance of being earnest, Oscar Wilde employs the satire of mock and conventions and value of Victorian society, particularly regarding a social class, revealing shallowness and absurdity inherent in the pursuit of status and respectability. Overall, White use of humor and satire the script social classes division and to show their absurdity. Impact of satire on the play's message. Challenging convention. The satire in the play challenged the traditional nations to social class, exposing their flow and urging the audience to question them, breaking stereotypes. By operating both upper class and lower class character in the satirical light, Wilde breaks the satirocracy and exposes the absurdity of the class hierarchy, promoting and social change. Through a sharp wit and humor, Wilde encourages the society to reimagine the limitation imposed by social class and strive for a great quality. In conclusion, the satire on social class is a central theme through the witty humor and clever dialogues. Wilde mocks the rigid and superficial nature of Victorian society. The character in the play often use a depiction and false identity to navigate the constricted of their social class, highlighting the absolutely of the class system. Whilst satire ultimately critiques the emphasis placed on social status, revealing the hypocrisy and shadows of a society that values superficial appearance over genuine characters. Here are some references. Thank you for your attention. And now you can ask question regarding it.
Jatin, why was the title The Importance of Being Honest suggested by Oscar Wilde?
The importance of being earnest is a title suggested by Oscar Wilde because we can identify the importance of name, the earnest. Both of character like Jack Worthy and Elgaran both introduce himself as a earnest in a play. So the character like Gwendolyn and Cecily both are want to marriage with a name of earnest people. It's therefore he suggests the title as the importance of being earnest in the play.
Satin, my question is that why do you consider false identity as a central point in the importance of being honest?
As I mentioned, the false identity is a central point in my PPT because we can also find out important of name like Ernest. Both character introduce himself as Ernest, and they both girls are also want to marry with a name like Ernest. So thank you for